most of the time is different from the way you see life. Sometimes life is good. Other times, well, maybe not so good. And this is why many times we need someone to talk to, someone to listen to us without judging us. And this is a program that is designed exactly for that purpose, where we can talk, chat, laugh, and sometimes cry together. Come on, let's talk over our matters. Let's discuss the matters of life and find solutions together. This is SHINA. Our program is now going to be on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. I need you to join in. We need to talk together. You will have the opportunity to call in, ask questions, discuss matters that concern your heart, and I guarantee you, you'll be glad that you talked. I'll be waiting on you Tuesday and on Wednesday and on Thursday. SHINA will be waiting for you.
Hey guys, my name is SHINA OYINLOLA, and I'm trying to let you know that Abntv do live stream events. Do you have any event coming up? Do you want somebody to do that for you? Live stream your event either to your own portal or to Abntv Direct. Call on us now. 346 346 346 426 5650. 346-426-5650. We'll be glad to help you out. Thank you. Thank you.
Hello everyone, and good to know that you're there. I want to appreciate all of you, all those of you that call us in the program, on the program, outside the program. It's always good to know that you're there. It's always good to know that we're not doing this alone. The aim actually is to promote more positivity into the society and to reach out to homes to ensure that people are happy. And so thank you to those of you that contribute, particularly those of you that call in to share your views and your opinions. I really appreciate you. I particularly want to appreciate these special people tonight, those of you that keep calling us to talk about your stories and to just bring it there so that people can learn from the things that you have been through. I appreciate you and I thank you so very much. Domestic violence is a major problem in our society, and much as we try, the problem persists. As I speak tonight, I'm sure someone else is going down in the name of love. It really doesn't have to be this way. Well, whatever your relationship is, do your best to make it work. Just try harder. If you have to spend, spend. If you have to beg, beg. If you have to call on others to step into it, call on others to step into it. Just ensure that you make your relationship work. Do everything within your power to make it work. However, if the journey is too tough for both of you to go through the same aisle, by all means, go your different ways. You're better off living long as a single parent than dying young in the name of love. I do believe that you understand the partner that you're with. There are some signs that you would always know. Anything that is going to be a threat to your life, find a way, run from it. Listen, you got to save your life first. That's very, very important. Once again, welcome. How's your day been? Mine has been good. Well, every day is a good day. At least, it's just the way I see life. Every day is a good day. Whatever the situation, my friend, it could be worse. You just try harder. The things you think you don't have today, keep trying. Some way, somehow, your hands will reach the goal and you'll be happy that you tried again. I want to welcome all of you one more time to this program, Sharing Life Matters with Eshman. This is where we talk about the things that affect us on day-to-day living and the things that we can learn from. So the more you engage with us, the more you interact with us, the better for everybody listening. Do you have products and services that you're involved in and you want everybody to know about it? Surely we're here to broadcast all your products and services to the world. Bring in your advert and we'll be so glad to partner with you. Or you want to sponsor this particular program, that would be a delight in my heart. Now, whatever you do, it could be small or big. Yes, we are capable and we can work with you from your own side of the world. So bring in your services, your products, and we will blow it out for you. Give us a call today or send a text message, or you want to send a chat. It's all good. But we would always be ready to let the world know about the things that you do. Thank you for joining this program, and I'm so glad that you're here. Tonight, though, I am not very sure if I want to be happy about the things I want to talk about tonight. And ladies, come in here. I need you so much tonight. I need your contributions a lot tonight. Apparently, when we started, remember we started with the stepfather that impregnated his stepdaughter. Since then, we've had barrage of calls, people pointing our attention to what is happening and this is happening. Yesterday, what we talked about was the 13-year-old girl that was being molested again by the stepfather. But then, people are making me understand that the world is actually worse than what we're discussing. That things are far more terrible than what we're touching on. Tonight, I'm going to be bringing you some points that probably will sink your heart. But then we cannot give up. You and I must continue to speak out. We must continue to do our best so that these issues will be reduced in the society, these negative issues. I'm going to be challenging the parents tonight, and I'm going to be asking a question that what has gone wrong with parenting? It's very important that we all know the importance of parenting, but if we have lost it, we need to find a way to get it back. I will go on a short break, and when we return, we're going to hit the ground running. Did you know, or do you know, that even babies are getting pregnant? This is Shine Life Matters with Eshman, and I will see you at the other side of the divide.
Sunrise African Supermarket has been in existence for a while now with everyday 5-star rating. All our customers love one-stop shopping experience. Come, see and buy your groceries with us. Sunrise African Supermarket, 12639. Bisonette Street, Houston, Texas, 77099. Open Monday to Saturday, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. and 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Sundays. Telephone 346-400-7772. Sunrise African Supermarket. Come, see and buy your groceries with us. Making people happy over a long period of time makes us put you first in everything you do with us. We have badged multiple awards, sending and receiving packages. Amgri Logistics. We ship via air and ocean to Nigeria. We also ship within the USA via FedEx, UPS, USPS, Amazon, and DHL. Amgri Logistics. We do instant money transfer to any part of the world with the best rate. We also do international driver license. Amgri Logistics. We are at 11850 Business Street, Suite G, Houston, Texas 77099.
Check us out at www.amgrilogistics.com or care@amgrilogistics.com.
Telephone 346-374-7743 or 832-614-5180. IG at Amgri Logistics _
Tell someone about us because we are
swift, affordable, and reliable. If you are interested in healthcare field, Big Sis Medical Institute can help you get there. A Texas board certified institute specialized in certified nursing assistant program. Our program lasts for 5 weeks, which includes hands-on training with professional trained instructors and on-site clinical practical in-state approved nursing facilities. We also provide morning and evening classes. Big Sis Medical Institute can help place graduates in great job environment and is proud of providing services for more than a decade. Please call us at 281-497-8446 or 281-757-6621. Email us at bigsismedicalinstitute@gmail.com or come visit us at 2215 Highway 6 South, Houston, Texas 77077. Come, let us make your dream a reality.
Daddy Autos! Daddy Autos! Car sales, car repair, body works, title services, record services, insurance claims, and vehicle inspections. Call us now at 832-759-3324. Don't forget, free oil change when you make 2 synthetic oil change visits. The third is free. Daddy Autos, 9815 Honeywell Street, Houston, Texas 77074 or at www.daddyautos.com or info@daddyautos.com. Daddy Autos, best in auto repair.
Welcome back. This is Shine Life Matters with Eshman, and I'm so glad that you are here. All right, our program is always talking about issues and matters of life, the things that we come across day after day. The whole aim is to see where some have made mistakes so that we can correct those mistakes and move on and do the right things. I know it's not so easy, but then everything begins with a home. Unfortunately, the world has changed. In those days, people used to sit home. I mean, one of the parents would be home and nursing the children, ensuring that things went well back in those days. But now, everybody is after the money. It's now all about the Benjamins, and that is so affecting the family. And tonight, what I'm bringing to you tonight really, really is a serious matter, and I want us to pay attention to it. I mean, it will shock you to know the kind of things happening, and we cannot pretend that these things are not happening around us. We can't. We all live in the same world, and if it has happened somewhere else, that means it could happen close to us, and if care is not taken, it could even happen right in our own home. So the reason why you're listening to this program tonight is not just because you want to get information of some people. It's so that you will pay attention and be sure that you're taking the right precautions so that such things, as may embarrass you, will not happen around you as well. All right. Where do we start tonight? I will do my best to open up the phone lines as early as possible because I need the ladies to explain to me what exactly is happening in our world. I will give you a case of 4 people, four. I will read them out to you and you can confirm, all right? If you want to confirm, I'll tell you where you can confirm from, all right? But then I'm asking the question, women, ladies, I'm asking you, look, the time of the men is coming, but ladies, I want to ask, something has gone wrong. Yes, and if care is not taken, these things will go out of hand. And when they go out of hand, it will be too difficult to get them back again. I know the strange things are happening in the world, but now they are getting stranger, and we keep on looking, just because we are busy. Let me go straight to the point. Children getting pregnant and giving birth to children. And when I say children, I don't even mean teenagers. I'm not even talking about 18, 16, 15. I'm not talking about 14. Do you believe that? As early as 9 years old, getting pregnant in our world. What has happened? This is not a funny matter. It is not something that we can hear and pretend like we didn't hear anything. Hey, I know we're about to hear the cases of other people, but then you need to be careful. The truth is that a lot of people assume that, oh yeah, these things only happen somewhere else. They don't happen near me. If care is not taken, if you don't watch the strangers around you, if you don't guide now your kids, your babies, they could put them in the family way right under your nose. If you don't stop bringing friends that you don't even understand their ways, if you don't stop bringing them home, things could happen. Let's look at these cases, and I will read out some to you. The first one I will read out to you is a lady called Sin, and the boyfriend's name Ima, two of the youngest parents in the world. Now, Sin gave birth to her child just before she turned 12. That's the case of Sin, all right? She gave birth to her child just before she turned 12. You have a 12-year-old girl, and you assume that she's still a baby. And that's why you will go away, some of you, all night. A lot of times, and I'm talking to the ladies now. Look, men are let me just assume that the men, for now, please permit me to use a word. Let me assume that the men are non-existent. So that's why I'm not even talking about that. But for you as a mother, for you as a lady, a 12-year-old girl gave birth. If it happened somewhere, it can happen somewhere. If it happened far away, it can happen close by. And if it is happening close by, watch your home. Watch your home. As I'm talking to you tonight, it's not a program that you want to watch alone. No, it's a program that you want to call on others to listen to, because these are the realities of our new world. A world where a 12-year-old girl is not just having sex, but getting pregnant and giving birth. How do you want to explain that? Now, if you have a 12-year-old girl, do me a favor, just look at her again. Look at her again. She's still a baby. But then you can't tell how far. Now, not all these cases are rape cases. So don't start concluding that maybe an armed robber came in and they were raped. No, some of them are loose in such a way that the parents don't even know what to do. I'm going to be asking us a question later. We cannot fully discuss this tonight, all right? Let me just quickly go through the four, then I will open up the phone line. All right, that's the case of Miss Sin, all right? The other person, Valentina. Valentina was 11 years old when she gave birth to her first baby, all right, alongside with her 14-year-old boyfriend. Valentina was 11 years old. Are you getting shocked? Hey, ladies, when you call tonight, I need you to answer this question, because I do not know. What age really do girls start menstruating? I used to think it was maybe 14 up. I mean, I thought so. But now, did you hear what I told you? The first lady I talked about, Sean or she, what the name? She was 12 years old. The one that I just told you right now, Valentina was 11 years old when she gave birth to her child. Can you picture your own 11-year-old child? Hey, that's not all. That's not the end of it. I told you I'm giving you 4. So let me give you one more. Then we'll not talk around it. Samantha, let me talk about Samantha. All these things, I will give you where to find them in case you want to verify. Samantha was 10-year-old. 10-year-old Samantha became a parent with a 12-year-old boy. Samantha was just 10 years old, and her boyfriend was 12 years old when they gave birth to their baby. Samantha was 10. Are you shocked? This is the reality of the world. And listen, to those of you parents that they molest your children and you don't report, this is what you get. Any sexual molestation must be reported. If at the minute you're smelling it, you really don't have to see it, feel it, touch it. The minute you're smelling it, it is better they told you were wrong. Can you imagine in a world where we are? Again, let me pretend that the men are non-existent right now, even though they are, but I just want to pretend. Ladies, what is happening or what has happened to parenting when a 10-year-old girl will give birth? Remember, we started with a 12-year-old, and I told you about Valentina, 11-year-old. Now I am talking about Samantha, a 10-year-old mother. 10 years old. I do not know what happened. I do not know how it happened. But in this world that we live in, things are happening. My friends, I know you think your child is young. If you keep going out and leaving them to themselves all the time with the neighbors, with a shop owner somewhere, with a new uncle that they are not related to, or with a cousin, hey, chances are that these girls are being messed with. You need to address. Anyway, I'm going to leave it to my callers, all right, so that we talk about it. The final one I'm going to be giving you tonight, for the sake of tonight. I know I have one that... Okay, her name is Daphne. All right, that's her name. On January, this has been a while though. On January 27, 2013, Daphne gave birth to a baby girl while she was just 9 years old. I'm going to stop it right there. 9 years old. Do you need to hear more? Do we need to say more? So here's the question. When do girls start menstruating? Because I know from my elementary integrated science, there can be conception without menstruation. But then the world has recorded a 9-year-old giving birth. It's not that the 9-year-old giving birth is the big deal. When did she start having sex? There are a lot of 13 years old. I'm not even going to 13, 14, 15. No, I'm not going there. So I only limited myself to 12 years old tonight. I have a lot of 13, 14, 15, 12-year-old, 11, 10, and 9 giving birth. I'm going to open up the phone lines right now because this is not my discussion. This is the discussion of the ladies. You need to tell us what has gone wrong with parenting. The world is messed up. What has happened? What are we looking at that a 12-year-old is giving birth? What are we looking at that an 11-year-old is giving birth? What are we looking at that a 10-year-old is giving birth? What are we looking at that a 9-year-old girl is giving birth? But then, I need the first lady to come here and tell me, I don't know when girls start menstruating. Please, you need to tell me. 346-426-5650. That is 346-426-5650 or 336 456-3800. 336-456-3800. Both lines are open right now, and we need to discuss what has gone wrong with parenting. All right. If we are having children, not giving birth to children in this world, is it a new world? Is it a new style? Very soon, if these things become rampant, then they are going to adjust and say, okay, maybe maturity should be seen. I know in some countries, toddlers are given out in marriages. I know, different places in the world. But I'm not sure if they are as young as 12. I don't know. Hey, excuse my ignorance and school me out of it. So I need us to discuss tonight. Pick up your phone and let's discuss what has gone wrong with parenting. Who should be blamed? The boyfriends, you're hearing boyfriends, 12-year-old boyfriend, or 13-year-old boyfriend, 15-year-old boyfriend, 14-year-old boyfriend. What business do these kids have with having sex? How did they become this bad. So I need the ladies to rescue me tonight, and let's see what has gone wrong. I do not know if you want to say let's blame the children. But that would be funny, because the children will always act and behave like what children should do. When they are together, they talk about things that you do not know. They try to hide things. But for a parent not to know, but for a parent to have had 12-year-old actively, 10-year-old actively, 9-year-old actively involved in sexual matters, that calls for concern, don't you think? So tonight, I need help. I need someone to rescue me from my mind. How true? How did we get this far? How did we come this far when kids are now giving birth to kids? How? Is it search for money? Is it? Do you know, if it's just money, maybe it's understandable. There are times that parents just wander away. They just wander away and leave kids at the mercy of somebody, assuming and thinking that a neighbor that is an adult is not messing with their kids that are young. And so they think, oh yeah, I've left her with a neighbor that is not going out. He's going to take care of her. He acts like an uncle to her, not knowing that these kids are being molested. So how can a 9-year-old girl get pregnant? Are you thinking what I'm thinking? That in some instances, some parents should be jailed? I'm not judging. I'm just suggesting. If a 9-year-old daughter is getting pregnant, what should happen to the parents of that girl? Should they continue life as usual? Who messed the girl's life up? Are we going to blame the 13-year-old boyfriend? Or we're going to squarely look straight into the parents' eyes and say, you failed as a parent. These are the things happening in our world. And you and I cannot fold our hands and do nothing. The reason for this program is just not for you to hear what is happening outside the comfort of your home, but that you will take a cue and watch closely what could happen if you are too careless. All these things, all these names that I gave you, please, you can Google them, you will find them. They are very true. They are the things happening around us. And if, like I said, if they're happening so far, they could happen so close. If they're happening so close, they could actually happen where we live. Let's look at this point one after the other. At what point are kids exposed to other kids? Firstly, playing ground. It's okay for kids to go out to play once in a while. It's okay that you let them go to the park. It's okay like that you let them play with their mates. There's nothing wrong in all that. But why would you take your eyes away from them? That's where the problem is. Now, some of us parents see those parks not as a place where the children can recreate, but you see those places as a place where you can leave your kids in the safety of other people, where you go on about doing your own business. When you're not watching, that's when their discussion starts. It's called puppy love. It grows in every child. It is only when no parental guide, you understand, that's when it can get messed up and turn to something else. You need to be their guide and their guard. You can't afford to just throw them where they should go and play. The question is, who are they playing with? I have seen videos of course, I don't want to just go too vulgar on you tonight. I've seen video of like an 8-year-old girl that is being slapped by a 12-year-old boy. All these things are happening. We can't pretend like they are not. And can I say straight to the face, it is actually the result of the failure of parenting. I'm not going to take text. I can't even read text messages. So thank you for the text, but I will not be able to read text messages. I would rather want you to call in and let's discuss this matter in toto. And so when the first step is where they go to play. When you leave them to go play, school is a bit safe, and I will tell you why. So I'm not talking about school now. I'm talking about where they are playing. When you release them to go play, please, you need to put a check on them. Children are watching things that you do not know, and sometimes they practice these things. Have you listened to the cartoons lately? Go and listen to the cartoons. Listen closely to the cartoons. They are stylishly bringing adult matters into the cartoons. A lot of cartoons talk about dating, boyfriend, and things like that. They talk about having crush and things like that. All these things are setting into their brain. And so when they go out to play, those are the things they play out. Hey, if you don't want to pretend, even when you were young, everybody played the daddy and mommy kind of a thing. Even though ours was really cautioned because we didn't have access to things that would spoil our mind, we played those things innocently. But things have gone very weird right now. So when you release your kids to go play, you need to keep an eye on them. If you cannot keep an eye on them, put them back inside. Another mistake that most parents make, I've said this before, and I remember it was Tayo that tried to caution me when I mentioned it. Hey, you need to watch out for the dresses they wear. You have a lot of sick people around you, particularly those that live in apartments. You know, if you live in homes, it's probably just you and your family. But when you live in apartments, there are other people, vampires, wolves, that are looking at your kids. Stop exposing them unnecessarily, because it may be once in a week or maybe once in a month, you will be without them. Those that have been lusting after them, we go after them. Let's correct these abnormalities. It is very disheartening to know that girls as early as 9 are losing their virginity. Should we blame a 9-year-old girl for doing that? No. The 9-year-old girl does not even know better. We blame the parents. This is not a discussion that I can discuss alone tonight, sincerely speaking, because some of these things are welling up anger from within me. And we all need to find a solution. Yesterday I made a statement that being a mother is actually different from being a parent. A mother is anybody that can give birth. Yeah, you've given birth to a mother. Just like the 9-year-old mother, the 12-year-old mother. But these are not parents. Because parenting has a lot to do. Parenting, it's like bringing up another person just to try to do the right thing in the society. So to those of you that just think, okay, you've had your children, they will grow whichever way they like. You are not a good parent. And we need to be cautious very, very early. So I'm still on the dressing. Remember, I talked about the play area, now the dressing. Many a times you dress your kids up in a way that don't forget, I said there are many sick people around. Sick people that are just looking for the slightest opportunity. Of course, I'm not asking you to be a slave because of them, but because of these sick people, you got to be careful. Honestly, we've seen all sorts. Go to functions and look at the way children are dressed up. Everybody tries to make them feel like an adult now. You're already painting their faces. You're making them feel like an adult already. I'm not particularly judging dresses and things like that, but anything that will bring the attention of some sick folks on your children, can you please avoid it? Number 3, trust. Remember, number 1, I said the play area. Number 2, I said watch the dressing. Number 3, trust. And when I say trust, now let's start from your relatives. The fact that someone is your cousin does not mean that he cannot mess around your child. Yes. And so when your cousins come to visit, and particularly when they come to sleep over, and when I say your cousin, you can broaden it. Your brother, your uncles, your nephews, your neighbors, your friends' friends, your husband's friends, your friend's colleague, and blah, blah, blah. When they come visiting, hey, keep your daughters to yourself. Don't trust nobody. I'm not saying that everybody is bad, but there is an idiom that says a bird said that since man has learned to shoot without missing, the bird says she has also learned to fly without perching. If these are the way things happening in the society, then you need to keep your own daughters to yourself. At least as long as they are there, find a way to keep your daughters to yourselves. Because when these people come in, they look innocent, they act innocent, and you trust, because you trust them, you actually go to bed and leave your children to play with them in the living room. Do you know what is happening? And that is the result. A 9-year-old girl giving birth is a shame on the world. It's a shame on the human race. I didn't know it was that bad. When a 12-year-old cannot boast of virginity, how do we explain this? How do we explain this to the children when they grow up? Who did the wrong thing? What happened? Who should be blamed for this? Somebody has to be held responsible. Now, a lot of their boyfriends are young as well, so you can't even jail those boys. They didn't know better. So the parents, excuse me, what has happened? And so trust. Trust is one thing that is destroying a lot of our girls. The mothers feel that, oh yeah, this guy is my friend, this guy is my cousin, this guy is my husband's brother, no problem. They can actually go to work and leave the poor girl with them. And unimaginable things are the things that they make these children do. Some of them that are in quotes, please, big quotes. Some of them that are in quotes, magnanimous enough not to sleep with those daughters. Do you know what they stick into their mouth? I don't want to go vulgar. Do you know what they put into their mouth? Do you know? So why would you leave your children in the hands of people that you really don't know? You haven't seen some of them in a long while. They travel down from a long distance and your home. I'm not saying don't take people into your home, but the minute they enter, make your daughter to be near you all the time. See her every time. Know what she's doing every time. If possible, for that period, relocate her room to your room so that when she's going to the restroom, you are aware. Hey, things are happening, and that's just the truth. The world has gone too complicated for us to pretend like these things don't happen anymore. They're happening right now, and they will continue to happen. I've told you the play area. I've told you the way you dress them up. I have told you the trust, too much trust on people. Another thing I needed to watch out for. Fine, I said it's a bit safer. The things they learn from school. Every time your daughter comes back home, try to find out what a friend has told her. Most things that they learn are being told them by somebody else. Now, you know your daughter, but the friend they have in school, you don't know the kind of family they are coming from. Just find out. You will hear things like, oh yeah, he said he's crushing on me. Oh yeah, he said he's going to give me a vow gift. I mean, someone that is in elementary school is already, by the time they know that someone is giving them a vow gift, do you think they're stupid? So find a way to learn the things that they've heard in school and do your best to correct the things that you need to correct. It is not everything they come home with that you accept. In fact, some of the parents, women, I'm talking to you, you're so busy you cannot even ask a question about what they discussed in school today. I will tell you something that shocked me one day. It's been a long time now, and I'll just tell you this, then we'll go on break very soon. It's a religious gathering, and I entered. It was a night where the children were sitting, and they were watching a cartoon. Unfortunately, at that point, what they were showing on the cartoon, regular cartoon, they were showing a male figure and a female figure making love. There were children watching it. They didn't even know, but they were watching it. Now, some of these children have watched something like that in their home, and they will pollute the mind of your daughter. Do you know that a case of incest could also start from that? Because these kids hear all sorts, and guess what? They want to practice them innocently. They're not trying to hurt you. They're not trying to do anything that is bad. They're just trying to play just like a child would play. And so when they get back from school, do you ever try to find out the things? I'm not talking about the things they learned. They are two different things. I'm not asking you, of course you should ask, but that's not what I'm saying. It's not what their teachers told them. Most parents ask that. I'm trying to tell you, what did they learn from their friends? What did they hear from their friends? They will give you a clue. The minute they give you a clue, pounce on that and ask further questions. When you ask and ask, then you will know more. Hey, the world has gone messed up. 9-year-old, 10-year-old, 11-year-old, 12-year-old becoming mothers at this age. We cannot look on. We cannot pretend like this is not hard. It is very hard. It's hurtful. It is very, very disturbing. And you and I must take actions. Let me go on a quick break, and when I return, I will pick your calls. This is Sharing Life Matters with Ishman, and I will see you at the other side of the divide.
Asu Rock African Market. We work hard to provide you with a wide selection of things you enjoy from Africa that are of the greatest quality. We are the premier African grocery store franchise in USA. African food products, meats, pastries, and hot and ready-eat meals. Check us out today at www.azurockmarket.com. Open 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Sunday. 13711 Western Road, Suite A1, Houston, Texas 77077. Seamless, DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, and Postmates. Call us now at 832-990-7590. In-store shopping or in-store pickup and deliveries. Asu Rock African Markets. Catering and everyday entertaining.
If it is branding, printing, and graphics design, let us undo it for you. Daystar International is an household name when it comes to office branding, car branding, stock branding, church pamphlet, signs, and banners. We also do business cards, flyers, mugs, t-shirts, embroideries, buttons, and stickers. Let the professional undo your branding, printing, and graphics design name. Daystar International, 14165 Bisone Street, Houston, Texas 77083. Telephone 347-500-7328. IG Daystar_International_prints or www.daystarinternational.com. Daystar International, we print, brand, and do graphics for the world. Daystar International. Check us out. Increase your world. Get ahead. Invest in yourself. We make it easy for you at School of Business and Technology, SB Tech, by making you have a flexible schedule, fast career in database administration, human resources management, nursing assistance, project management, computer support tech, A+, GED, ESL. Our place, your place, in person also. 9888 Business Street, Suite 460, Houston, Texas 77036. Call now at 713-808-9728 or 281-777-5822. Visit us at www.sbtech.education. SB Tech, job placement assistance is available. Organic fruits, vegetable, and skimmed non-fat milk extracted by an expert with over 38 years of combined experience working with products and educational. Cleansed and processed without adding additives such as sugar, coloring, and preservatives. Paddy's Point organic fruit juice in yogurt bag. Fresh, healthy, and delicious. Our special juices includes green juice, energy booster, fishing juice, recovery juice, regulator juice, rejuvenated juice, organic carrot juice, organic laxative juice, organic kidney cleanse. Our fresh made yogurts includes pineapple yogurt, banana yogurt, and coconut yogurt. Order now at 281-741-1037. True Grub Up, Uber Eats, and DoorDash. We also do delivery or walk-in at 3320 Highway C South, Suite D, Houston, Texas 77082. Check us out at www.paddyspoint.co. Paddy's Point organic fruit juice in yogurt bag. Fresh, healthy, and delicious.
Welcome back, and thank you for being part of this program. This is Sharing Life Matters with Eshman, and I really, really appreciate you for being there. Don't forget, if you have products and services you want us to advertise for you, please do give us a call, send us a text message, or email. We would do our best to get in touch with you, and we will surely advertise your product beyond what you actually expected. And don't forget, it is far cheaper than what you think. Thank you. So while on break, I know I got a text and someone says, hey, we're listening and we're learning. But I'm not here to lecture, okay? I'm not here to lecture. And somebody also said it at the studio that, people are learning from this. I am not here to lecture. I am just bringing the realities of life, and I would want us to, as much as possible, discuss them together, because nobody is an epitome of wisdom, and that's just the truth. Nobody has it all. The combination of wisdom from every one of us will surely go far more than one person bringing this. So I do understand, but then I do beg you to please, let's all be a part of the changing world. Too many things are happening already. You and I must be a part of the world that is changing. Before we go tonight, I will still be waiting on your call, 346-426-5650 or 336-456-3800. Another thing I'd like you to point out now, this will directly go into the hearts of happy couples. Remember, I've talked about the play area. I've talked about the way they dress. I've talked about making them unlearn what they've learned from their friends in school. Another thing that I will quickly mention before time goes, PDA. I will say it again. Couples that are happy, yes, I need to address you. Parents that are very happy, congratulations, you have a happy home. Yeah, listen to me very well. Couples that can't do without one another, excellent. Everybody wants to be like you. It's a good thing. Hey, listen, you need to watch what you do before those children. I know you want to show love all the time. You don't want to hide it. You need to watch what you do. Sometimes the kids get these things wrong. Please, I need you to know that they're just kids. They would always want to experiment what you do. And that is why when you have bought a kitchen set as a toy for a kid, they pretend to be cooking. You know why? Because they see you cook. When you have bought maybe anything, toys that are related to the toys or to the things they see in the gym, the toys for the kid, the children that are boys, they would want to pretend to be exercising because they've seen you do it. Anything they see you do, they try to do. So happy couples, you need to calm down. You need to mind what you do before your kids. Things like grabbing yourselves at the unnecessary parts, French kissing and all those things. No, take them off the kids. They don't know better. They would always want to practice what they have seen you do. So if these things, if you don't withdraw them, if you don't hide them, they see they go somewhere, they practice. Because the minute they saw mommy do it and daddy doing it, that just automatically made it right. And guess what? They see their friends, they see their cousins, they see their siblings, and they would want to do these things. So don't mess up their own lives because you are happy with your own lives. The fact that you're not doing it before them does not mean that you're not happy. You can hide and cross somewhere and close the curtain, hide yourself behind the doors and turn yourself upside down. If you want to turn yourself upside down, that's between you and your partner. But when the kids are there, no. It is not everything you show. It is not everything you do. It is not everything. And that's just the truth. Because you are sincerely speaking to their mind, to their brain every time you exhibit a thing. And so we all know that you're happy. Of course, it's a good thing to be happy, but you need to be sure that the kids are not watching. You can't explain to them. You can be, listen, can I go a bit, to call it exactly the way it should? All right? You can't be grabbing your wife's boobs, in front of the kids. No, you can't. It's a bit disrespectful to the kids. It's not that you're not doing it. It's not that you're not, you do it. It's good. You're doing it where the kids are not. Once the kids grab those things, you cannot remove those things from their mind anymore. And so it's okay to act like a family. The modest things, go ahead and do the modest things. All right? Don't try to prove. You can't impress the kids. Impress yourselves, you and her, you and him. Impress yourselves. Leave the kids out of it. Many parents have made these mistakes. And so when you do the unimaginable before the kids, thinking that, oh yeah, she's just 4-year-old, she doesn't know anything. You're making a huge mistake. Go and ask. And I'm sure you listening to me right now, think back. There were some things that happened when you were 5, 6, 4. You still can remember them. You still can remember them now. Think about it, for real. The same way, when you do these things, they may never forget. And so it's always possible for them to carry it somewhere else and begin to exhibit all these things. The final points that I'm going to give you tonight. All right. Again, someone said they're learning, they're seriously learning, they're sitting down, taking notes. I am not lecturing. All right. Don't forget I talked about the play area. I talked about the dressing. Take that very seriously because of sick people around. I talked about the things you do. Make sure that you hide them from the kids. I also talk about you unlearning, making the kids unlearn the things they've learned from their friends. Okay, all these things you must make sure that you get in touch with them. The final thing I'm going to say tonight, you got to get involved. Get involved. One day I was working somewhere, and a 10-year-old boy was watching a movie, and I saw him closing his eyes. Closing his eyes and peeping with one eye. When I saw what he was watching a good movie, but a part of the movie, they kissed briefly. And so the minute they started kissing, the boy covered his face because, good boy that has been taught, trying to say to himself, no, I mustn't watch that. As a parent, you need to sit and watch what your kids are watching. Once in a while, unexpectedly, unannounced, collect their iPads and see what they're watching. You were sleeping, quickly wake up, go straight to the front of the TV and see what they're watching. It is only then that you can correct some things. But when you are too busy, in fact, some of you give them those things to watch because you want to get ready and do your own things. You want to get busy and do your own things. That's not parenting. If you cannot be involved, there's no need having those kids. So from today, I know it's cartoon, I know it's some school program, just get involved. Try to listen to most of the things they say. I told you I have seen cartoons before where they were making love in the cartoons. Majority of the modern day cartoons, go and find out. They're talking about hanging out. They're talking about crush. They're talking about dating. They're talking about my boyfriend. They're talking about my girlfriend. They're talking about all manner of things. They're talking about kissing. And so if you don't watch, why would a 9-year-old girl be pregnant and give birth? Why would a 10-year-old girl get pregnant and give birth? Why would an 11-year-old girl get pregnant and give birth? Why would a 12-year-old girl get pregnant and give birth? Because the parents are failing in their responsibilities of parenting. Don't get selfish. Those kids, the minute you give birth to them, they are your responsibilities. They are number one. They come before. Okay, we have just this caller that is going to just round us up for tonight. Good evening. This is Sharing Life Matters with Eshma. Who am I speaking with and where are you calling from?
My name is Titi. I'm just making emphasis on the very last point to talk about.
All right, Titi. Make it very, very fast because time is gone. Go ahead.
Yes, you're right. So kids who aren't getting the attention they want from their parents often act out of or misbehave because they're sure to be noticed outside. That is really important for parents to create time with these kids. Like you can lift the dishes and take a walk with the kids. They're going to be telling you things. Communication is very important. You can also be a role model by making your life flexible, willing to adjust your parenting style, being their friends, so they can communicate more effectively with you, tell you what the friends are saying,
Yes,
what they feel,
yes,
what they think,
yes.
being open up and all. I think all this self-esteem is great for them to boost your child's self-esteem. Because with that, no matter what they hear from a boyfriend or from neighbor, they already know that. They're telling me, oh, I'm a princess. I know. And then one thing I know, since we're talking about female, it makes it so scary. About the males.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the males next week, definitely. All right. Yeah. Titi, I really want to thank you, and I'm sure you're part of those taking notes as well. Thank you so very much. Hey, my viewers, of course, I didn't mean to lecture you tonight, but it became a very big deal in my heart hearing that 11-year-old, 10-year-old, 9-year-old, 8-year-old giving birth. Very, very dangerous, all right? Thank you for watching tonight, and do make it a point of duty to be with us next week as well. I want to appreciate all those of you that worked with me at the studio tonight. Georgina Bracco, excellently doing well on the camera. Bukola Sarah, thank you for all the good job that you do. Hiko Wecho, always out here to make sure that everything goes well all the time. And the big boss himself, Shino Ayo OYINLOLA, thank you for your words of advice. Hey, to the rest of us, make sure you keep an eye on your children. Know what they are doing all the time. That's why you are their parent. This is Sharing Life Matters with Eshman, and I will see you at the other side of the divide. Good night, everybody.
Discover the uniqueness in the entertainment industry. African Broadcasting Network, ABN, is now the pace setter in the industry. Do you want to advertise your product and services? Count on us. We will do it much more than your expectations. African Broadcasting Network, ABN, will deliver quick and prompt services. Our quality and clarity stands us out when it comes to delivering quality broadcasting. Our staffs are hardworking and versatile in the specific field of office. Our environment is so conducive, and we are open to all. We also give advice on how to run your business profitably. African Broadcasting Network is situated at
10039 Business Street, Suite 338, Houston, Texas 77036. Telephone 346 426 5650 or 832-490-8203.
website www.abntvnetwork.com. ABN, celebrate